Welcome everybody to the next episode of the Wind Down. We have my boy Legends back. How you doing, man?
Hey man, I'm feeling fantastic. I'm glad to be here. I've been on a couple podcasts, and yours is definitely one of the few that I really enjoy. Definitely keep it up, man.
Hey, Twitter. All right. As you know, like we saw the last time, did you bring your favorite drink?
I got it. So I mentioned last time, I was on the show last time, I mentioned that lemonade was my favorite drink. I ran out. I didn't have any last time. Yeah, I mean, it's a little kitty, but I got some Kool-Aid right here. I usually like lemonade, but I didn't have any, so. But now I got some. I literally just bought this like yesterday or like the day before, man. Lemonade is literally top tier, S tier. Swag made a tweet. He was tripping talking about lemonade is mid. I mean, come on now.
In 10 seconds, can you tell me what you do?
Yeah, I'm a content creator. I'm a pro player, I guess you guys could say. I'm an artist. I'm a filmmaker. And I'm everything. Anything you possibly think of, I probably can do, or, you know.
Talking quickly about your content, it's one of the most diverse pieces of content I've seen. You range so many different types of content. It's unbelievable. What made you want to branch out to this many types of content?
It's just all about passion, man. Like, I was passionate about music once I started doing that. You know, I was also passionate about gaming. And, you know, I'm not going to limit myself to one thing. If I want to do multiple things, I will go and do multiple things and try to be the best I possibly can while doing that, you know? So I started music first, at a young age, didn't really take it seriously. Then once I started gaming, I started taking music seriously after, because I saw how far I could take my passion. So started, you know, hitting the studio and everything.
I swear I'm tired, so I'm clutching on heaters, don't got no time to be going through seasons, Now I bet they can't believe it. In this music, he a demon. I've been focused on my
filmmaking came along with it was like in a mix. It was kind of a hobby type stuff, but I didn't realize how much that would come into play once I had to start shooting my music videos, because, you know, I'm not rich. I couldn't afford to pay for a director and everything, or a music video shooter. I forgot the name of it like that quick. But yeah, I couldn't afford to pay for one of those, so I did it myself. You know, no excuses. I go get the job done. And it's hard trying to juggle all of those, you know, passions at once. But hey, we get the job done, and yeah.
Like we discussed, so many different types of content. What do you have the most fun producing?
Honestly, man, all of it. I gotta say all of it. Mainly my music. Literally all of it. I have so much fun shooting films, especially acting, because not only do I direct the films, I also act in it. My music, of course, literally when I hit the studio, every line, every bar, every word, I feel like when I listen to my own music, it just hits differently, because I know everything I've been through and I put it in the songs. When I hear it back, it's absolutely crazy. And when I make my videos, my YouTube videos, as you guys know, I have a gaming channel. When I make those videos, every video is like crazy different. I try to make sure it's entertaining and everything. So literally everything I do means something to me, and it's just it all hits different.
So for the guys who didn't know, Legends participated in FaZe1, reached 4th place. Living with that many people that you didn't know prior or barely knew, like IRL itself, is something that a lot of conversations, a lot of talks back and forth will happen. What was the biggest thing, the most valuable, the most important thing that you picked up and learned and have taken with you since leaving the warehouse?
As a content creator, not a lot of people understand what I do or my job, or, you know, they just don't understand because they're not a content creator. So I'm used to doing everything alone, and I'm used to like having to try to explain or try to like go back and forth with somebody to explain what I do and how important it is, because people think, oh, just edit the video later, you'll be fine, or do this, do that. Like they don't understand. So being in a house full of other content creators who understand what you do because they do it as well was absolutely mind-blowing to me. Like I worked on a piece with Raz and Pros. Having them work on that piece with me, and we worked on it together, working on that and having them understand every move was just blowing my mind, because I've never worked with other content creators so well. I've never worked with any content creators at all, like to that level, of course. And I just took out of that. I just literally need to start working with other content creators. It's not that I don't want to, it's just that, you know, schedules and all this other stuff.
What was one of the most favorite challenges that you participated in?
Even though it was hell, like even though it was so hard, it had to be the standing up challenge. I went through hell and back in that challenge and I won. And I was like, yeah, okay. Like I felt so accomplished because there were so many times I could have gave up or lost. So many that challenge was all about endurance and pushing through everything. And I really feel like I proved that because I was literally on the edge before someone else gave out. And I'm like, whew, I did it. And that challenge, I really did feel accomplished. It was crazy.
Because you came so far in the competition, you made it to the last day. Talk me through the mindset that you woke up in. What got you through, and like how did you actually mentally prepare yourself for that final hurrah?
It was kind of bad the first day. Like while I was there the entire time, every challenge I had, every piece of content we had to make, or everything they made us do, I did everything with confidence because all my ideas, everything that I could execute, it was perfect. Everything. Like I literally could not have. They couldn't even have scripted how perfect it went for me. So the very last day, it was kind of challenging just because once they gave us a challenge, everything started going wrong. I'm gonna be honest. Like my final product, yes, it was good. A lot of people felt like it was better than others. Of course, I'm not gonna really touch on that. But yes, it was good, but it wasn't the vision I set out for myself. And that's one thing I usually always 99.9% of the time execute. If I have a vision, it always comes out that way. Unfortunately, my final product didn't come out that way, but the last day, that's literally the only thing that was on my mind. Other than that, the entire experience or feeling that I realized I came from top 22 out of 22 people having COVID coming out of nowhere to top 4, that's absolutely insane, especially when everybody was, I'm not gonna say everybody, but a majority of the chat, they didn't know who I was, so of course they were rooting against me, voting for their favorite creator, voting for me to just thinking I was gonna lose. It was a great feeling to just prove everybody wrong, or a majority of the people.
Did you feel like you were the underdog in the competition?
Oh, for sure, 1,000%. Just because the support was literally, if you put me up against another creator, they were gonna vote against me 1,000%. Every single time, no matter how much I proved myself, until about the last 2 days. I think that's when everybody started to see.
Yeah, I mean, like touching on the whole last day and proving yourself, and there was that last little hiccup, but you see that, you hold yourself accountable, you push on. Like, did competing that hard and that far boost your confidence in your online persona and your online presence? And a sub question to that is, how has that motivation, if so, like changed and evolved your content after the warehouse?
Well, before I went into the warehouse, I always tell people this: you always have to have confidence in your work or confidence in yourself before you expect anybody else to believe in you. So going into the warehouse, I was confident, but I had to be 100% confident that I deserved to be in FaZe. So I had to turn my level up a notch just inside of myself before I thought the entire world could believe that I could be in FaZe. So when I walked in, of course, I would always speak highly of myself, which kind of offended others. I don't know why, but I really didn't care, just because a lot of people don't know my backstory and don't know what I had to get through just to get here. So
some people are also scared of confidence too. Some people are also scared of people being so confident on themselves and their own product that it kind of rattles their feathers a little bit. No, I know.
It does. Just because, I feel like it got a little scared. Just, I don't know. It started to come off as, and it's crazy because I was watching our last interview back, and I was talking about my confidence, how a lot of people says, some people don't agree with that, but other people say it comes off as like an ego or arrogant. I literally said that in the last interview, and that's what ended up happening on the last day about what Shooter Time said. So, either way, I used to actually hate myself. And now I come from that point in my life to now loving myself, loving everything that I do, being passionate about what I do. I'm not going back to that. So I honestly don't care that people take the confidence as like an ego or like something like that. Just because I don't use my confidence to down other people, I just use it to uplift myself. I don't use it to say, oh, I'm better than him, or I'm not better than anybody. I know I'm different. I'm just, so that's what it is. But after the competition, I personally can say I have a lot more faith in what I do. a lot more. Like I don't second guess myself as much now, and I you know, it's the same thing from before I went in. We still working, still moving, and everything. So.
Listen, that's the big questions out of the way. Let's really wind it down. What's your go-to Subway sandwich?
I haven't been to Subway in a minute. I either get a meat bar and marinara sub, with like mayo on it, or I get a ham and cheese sandwich with like lettuce, pepper. I had a few things on there, but ham and cheese and the meatball marinara are my main two that I really go to.
You're off the setup. You're off doing your shooting videos. You're doing whatever. You're chilling. You're winding down yourself. What do you do to wind down?
I usually try to throw on a movie or a show, maybe on YouTube, Netflix, depending on the Disney Plus. I try to throw on a show, get some food, and just sit back and relax. I try to get away from the setup because this is my job. I'm here like a majority of the day. So I usually like go in the living room, maybe just sit down on my couch, eat, and just chill until it's time to go to bed.
Well, listen, to end it off, is there anything you'd like to say? Anything you'd like to shout out? Just kind of putting out that red carpet.
It's been an absolute blast on the show. We went on and we went in FaZe1. We did what we had to do, and you know, I hope I made everybody proud. Album dropping soon. That's another thing. I'm not sure really when the release date. I'm not gonna put out a finished product that I don't like myself, so I'm taking my time on every single song. But yeah, album dropping soon. Shout out Blasphemy for having me, man. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, it's legend.